afternoon and thanks for joining us on NTA Channel 5 News at 1. I am Aisha Oba Ali. The Infrastructural Concession Regulatory Commission (ICRC) has issued the outlined business case certificate of compliance on the implementation of the Jabi Lake Tourism and Recreational Project to the FCT administration. Receiving the certificate, FCT Minister of State Ramatu Tijani Aliyu said the administration has among its mandates the task to work with the private sector to create jobs and help lift millions of Nigerians out of poverty. Ifeanyi Izumba has the report.
Revealing that the FCT administration's short-term strategic development plan was the development of the tourism and recreation potentials of the territory in partnership with competent investors. FCT Minister of State Ramatu Tijani Aliyu added that in realizing this mandate, the FCT received and considered unsolicited proposal from a private firm for the transformation of Jabi Lake into a tourist destination, providing boat cruises, water sports, hospitality, and many more tourist activities.
In addition to the certificate, we also received recommendations for proceeding with the project. This is also commendable, and I have therefore approved the following. And this takes us to the very important aspect we've been waiting for, because this is actually the steering team that will take this project to fruition.
Acting Director of ICRC, Michael Ohiani, revealed that the project will cost a whopping sum of $21 million in 2 phases.
Over a period of 30 years, the project is expected to generate revenue in excess of 123 billion naira with a net present value of 1.5 billion. Internal rate of return of 17.5%.
While describing it as a transformational project, the ICRC boss urged the administration to support the project by securing transaction advisor to guard the procurement stage up until commercial and financial close. In Abuja, Ifeanyi Izumba, NT News.
Opening up and fast-tracking sustainable development in rural communities through access road and delivery of top healthcare facilities is a priority of the Abuja Municipal Area Council led by Abdullahi Adamu Candido. This is in demonstration of a commitment to touch lives at the grassroots. Asabutanimu Williams reports that the council has so far inaugurated 750-meter Pika Road and another 450-meter road in Toge community. The report.
Designed to link the communities and ease movements of goods and services for social and economic growth of the communities, the road projects built with drainages to enhance sanitation, according to the chairman of the Abuja Municipal Area Council, are strategic to a metropolitan city like the Federal Capital Territory.
Whether you are appointed or elected, more so that if you are elected, then the people need to see you, need to have your impact, need to see the impact, need to feel the impact of why you are in office. And I think that is exactly what we are doing. So it doesn't matter how long we have in office. Even if it is the last day, you will still see me commissioning project. And then the next day I hand over and go away.
In a bid to also consolidate on the council's pledge to avail the people with quality health care, a 10-bed capacity primary health care facility was inaugurated in both Besa and Kaba villages, respectively.
You look at our road, it's tight. You look at our town hall, it's about to be completed. Another road is coming here again, but look at this palace, the heart of the town. May Allah reward you people, protect you, and guide you through, inshallah.
Since last 10 years ago, I keep this land for the health center. If any person or that person to go attach this land, I will fight him.
High points of the tour was the inauguration of the upgraded Jiwa Emirate Council, a move the Sirkin Jiwa commended as crucial to upholding cultural heritage and preserving an age-long tradition. Asabitanimu Williams, NTA News.
A one-day sensitization workshop on capacity assessment organized for Covenant of Mayors in Sub-Saharan Africa for staff of Abuja Municipal Area Council aimed at supporting cities in Africa to tackle the interconnected challenges of climate change has been held in Abuja. Hawa Gimba reports that the chairman, Abuja Municipal Area Council, was represented by the council secretary, Ramat Abdullahi.
This gathering brought together stakeholders from different organizations to deliberate on climate change and environment. As they say, climate change has been on the front burner of global discourse of recent and the devastating effect it has on human existence. The one-day sensitization and capacity assessment workshop for Abuja Municipal Area Council is in collaboration with Covenant of Mayors in Sub-Saharan Africa. Representative of the Abuja Municipal Area Council Chairman Ramat Abdullahi in a remark says, Building Action Plan is a strategic intervention measures that will tackle these challenges in the council and across the globe.
What we should expect from this is a clean city, a planned city. We're going to be sensitizing more in our communities.
Stakeholders who joined the deliberation on climate and environment via Zoom say it is important to note that Abuja Municipal Area Council will not only benefit but have convenient, clean environment for its people.
From the Secretariat of the Covenant of Mayors of Sub-Saharan Africa, and we really hope that this workshop can lead to tangible plans and actions in the Abuja Municipal Council.
There's a policy right now that has been instituted by the Federal Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy.
We are going to segment it according to the community levels, the women, the youth.
The three base pillars of the project include support for sustainable urban investment for energy and climate, promotion and cooperation between cities, and promotion of lessons learned from good practice, as well as development, integration, and monitoring of sustainable energy access and climate action plan. Hawa Gimba, NTA News.
The FCT Inter-Party Advisory Council, IPAC, has called on the Independent National Electoral Commission to reconsider the date and notice issued for the conduct of party primaries ahead of the February 12, 2022 FCT Area Council elections. Speaking at a media briefing, Chairman FCT IPAC, Abdurrahman Tanko Ndage, noted that the notice and the time frame for the conduct of the party primaries is too short. Political correspondent Ifoma Ojinta has the report.
All the primaries were conducted.
FCT IPAC chairman noted that the FCT INEC on the 30th of March 2021 issued notice of election and timetable for the conduct of the February 12, 2022 area council election, and also mandated political parties to conduct their party primaries between the 1st and 24th of April 2021. This, IPAC says, is not in line with the Electoral Act 2010 as amended.
Validity of every primary in political parties is 6 months. So now, if we conduct primary now, between April to February 2022, 11 months. So what is the validity of this primary?
We're not pleading, we're not fighting them. That's what Machama said. They should please follow the Electoral Act. Give INEC FCT 30 days to call a stakeholder meeting, because FCT elections have rules and regulations.
They noted that after an emergency meeting convened on the matter, relevant stakeholders in the FCT political space are appealing to INEC to shift the party primaries to between May and August 2021. Ifoma Ojinta, NTA News.
The need for Nigerian youth to remain focused, committed and determined to contribute their quota towards national development has been reiterated at the second annual lecture of the Northern Nigerian Student Forum. Hadiza Godwin Ebuni has more.
The Northern Nigerian Student Forum, GAMG second annual lecture, tagged Rejuvenating Political Ideology Among Youth, highlights the importance of youth in any society as they make up more than half of the population. Chairman of the occasion, Dean Student Affairs, University of Abuja, Professor Abubakar Umar Kari says, youth needs real opportunities to participate politically in processes and contribute to practical solutions that advance development.
One of the major ingredients of democracy is ideology. And therefore, if young people came up with a topic like this, I think it is quite apt. Perhaps they are trying to conscientize their mates and the rest of Nigerians to understand that we cannot successfully prosecute democracy without understanding and embracing political ideology.
Many people think that's the only thing that politics hold, and some they want to go into politics because they believe that's where they will get money from. So we want to change that ideology.
Speakers at the event say youths, when given an opportunity to organize, voice their opinions, and play a meaningful role in political decision-making, they will have a positive ideology and are likely to demand and defend democracy and gain a greater sense of belonging.
The youth should have a clear-cut political identity defined by this particular political ideology.
The theme of the lecture is to provide basis for young people to have a rethink about the things that galvanizes their thoughts and their ability to reshape their thinking from being hardwired towards being used as machineries in events of campaigning and electioneering processes as we've seen in this country time and over again.
Also stressing the need for young people to channel their energy, creativity, and aspirations to productive activities. Hadiza Godwin Ebune, NTA News.
250 youth and women have received the sum of 20,000 naira each as take-off grants after a 3-day skills acquisition program. Katsi, wife of the chairman Kuje Area Council, Salamatu Sabo, Ifoma Ojinta has the report.
The closing ceremony of the 3-day skills acquisition and empowerment program also featured the unveiling of a non-governmental organization, 7th June Empowerment Initiative for Women and Youth, a brainchild of the wife of the chairman, Kuje Area Council, Hajia Salamatu Sabo.
So we hereby unveil this project to the glory of God Almighty.
The NGO, she says, is to ensure that women and youth in remote areas are self-reliant, which she tends to achieve with the just concluded skills acquisition program.
Our goal is also to empower the women and youth to enable them achieve their individual potentials and contribute to the economy.
The elated 250 beneficiaries were taken through various skills programs from dressmaking, production of household chemicals, makeup, among others. These skills, they believe, will equip them to support their families and be useful to society.
We learn so many things in the department. We really appreciate that.
This program is going to help me in the sense that I will use the money they're going to give me to start up the work.
Chairman Kuje Area Council and other guests commended the initiative and urged the beneficiaries to put the 20,000 naira grant to good use.
We pray that the people who have benefited from the program, God will bless their hands. Tomorrow too, there will be people that will be giving orders. They will be able to empower others as a result of this gesture.
Any opportunity that has come to them, they should use it judiciously.
The organizers have done well. This is the first of its kind in Kuje Area Council.
The program, described as the first of its kind, is expected to hold quarterly. Ifoma Ojinta, NTA News.
The nationwide strike embarked on by the Judicial Staff Union of Nigeria seeking approval and implementation of the financial autonomy of Nigerians' judiciary is still ongoing. Serafina Okon Imekwe has the details.
Various courts in the Federal Capital Territory were devoid of judicial and human activities. The reasons are not far-fetched, as the Judiciary Staff of Nigeria Union counts day 3 of their nationwide strike. Officials met on ground say they are at the courts to ensure absolute compliance.
We went to court for the interpretation of this section 121, subsection 3 of Nigeria Constitution as amended 1999. That the financial autonomy of judiciary is granted in the Constitution. But the governors think that they cannot honor that Constitution. Most of our state today, the judiciary system in the state is nothing to write home about.
As the strike counts to day 3, it will be recalled that President Muhammadu Buhari signed into law an Executive Bill Order Number 10, 2020, granting financial autonomy to the legislature and judiciary across the 36 states of the Federation, requiring all states to include the allocation of both legislature and the judiciary.
The governors swore to uphold this constitution, but they are breaching a section of it. And is it difficult for us to be calling, begging for people to respect the Constitution? If they cannot respect the Constitution, then how do you hold us responsible for not doing our job or reaching the common man? We are fighting for a better Nigeria. That is why we are on strike. They should allow judiciary to work freely without muzzling them.
Legal practitioners say it is a big setback with the ongoing strike, as it has hampered on judgment delivery and speedy dispensation of justice. Serafina Okon Umekwe, NTA News.
You're watching NTA Channel 5 News at 1 p.m. We'll be back after this message.
Please cover your mouth with your bent elbow like this.
Auntie, cover my mouth for what? Corona don't go from Nigeria. I beg, Auntie, what to stop my life?
No. Coronavirus pandemic is not over. Don't relent in observing safety protocols and good hygiene. Frequent hand washing with soap and water for at least 20 seconds or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Practice good respiratory etiquette, including covering your coughs and sneezes. Avoid close contact with a sick person. Cover your mouth and nose with a mask when around others. Clean and disinfect frequently touched surfaces.
You're absolutely right. Coronavirus is still with us.
Please, remember, coronavirus pandemic is not over. Protect yourself and others to stay safe.
This message is brought to you by NTA Channel 5, Abuja, the Unity Station.
Welcome back. Moving on now, the FCT Sector Commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Ayuba Wobin Gora, has urged the newly inaugurated special marshals in the nation's capital, Abuja, to promote the mandate of FIRS through hard work and commitment to serve as an exemplary demonstration of goodwill. Asabi Tenimo Williams has the details.
While giving the charge during the inauguration of the state executives of the Special Marshals in the FCT, the Assistant Corps Marshal and Zonal Commanding Officer, Zone RS7 HQ, Julius Jonas Agu, says this will enhance efforts of the regular marshals in making the nation's roads safe for all motorists and other road users.
Lawyers who should be busy in the courts saying they want to spare time, contact, resources, knowledge and skills to assist in advocacies in traffic control, in ensuring that we cut down the trend of crashes in the country. That is something anybody in FRSC and even those who are outside the confines of FRSC should be excited about.
Of course, we don't pay them salary, and they do wonderfully well in the FCT especially.
At the FCT, we don't have professionals. We have like the banking professions
We have them over 40, 57 persons from the banking industry here in FCT.
In line with the FRSC's mandate to prevent or minimize accidents on the highways, educate drivers, motorists and other members of the public generally on the proper use of highways, some of the newly inaugurated special marshals pledged to do their best.
We had to leave our houses very early in the mornings, on Saturdays as early as 6 a.m. But the driving motivation was the fact that we are giving back to society. Is a civic responsibility.
Most motorists, both the pedestrians and the drivers, are not very enlightened about the road signs and how to use the roads. So for me, it's not just going out there to caution drivers. We must have a crusade.
About 60 special marshals were inducted, most of whom are members of the Nigeria Bar Association FCT chapter. Asabetanimo Williams, NTA News.
The FCT Police Command has arrested 2 suspected car snatchers along the axis of the Federal Capital Territory. The 2 suspects, Abdullahi Muhammad, 37 years, and Muhammad Usman, 35 years, were arrested during a coordinated operation and apprehended while trying to dispose the car. They also confessed to belong to a 5-man syndicate operating along Niger-Abuja axis. The car recovered is one grey-colored Toyota Corolla and 2 counterfeit number plates. The command says efforts are being made to apprehend other fleeing suspects. Meanwhile, the FCT police has employed residents to report all suspicious movement through the following numbers on the screen. Figures from the Nigerian Center for Disease Control (NCDC) as at 8 April 2021 indicate 0 new case of COVID-19 in the FCT, bringing the total number of confirmed cases to 19,697, while active cases stand at 453, and the number of discharged cases in the territory now stands at 19,080, and sadly, 164 deaths have been recorded in the FCT. Sports administrators converse for increasing grassroots tournaments as Confederation of African Football hands WAFU B2 slots in Maiden CAF Women's Champions League. Let's join Rukaya Abbas Hassan for details and more on the sports brief.
Sports administrators are canvassing for increasing grassroots tournaments as more Nigerians continue to receive COVID-19 vaccines. Chairman Kogi State Handball Association Saidu Jibril stated this among other things while speaking on the state of handball development in the confluent state. And the Confederation of Africa Football has allotted 2 slots to the WAFU B zone in the Maiden CAF Women's Champions League billed for Morocco. In September, the African governing body confirmed 8 clubs will take part in the final phase of the inaugural Women's Club competition following its inauguration of the championship in June. Also, Thomas Hole's last-minute header saw Slavia Prague earn a valuable 1-1 draw against Arsenal in the first leg of their Europa League quarter-final at the Emirates Stadium. The Gunners left star striker Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang on the bench along with wonder kid Gabriel Martinelli, while Martin Odegaard didn't make the squad. Slavia Prague have proven to be stubborn opponents so far in this season's competition, eliminating Leicester City and Scottish outfit Rangers in the previous 2 knockout rounds. With Sports Brief, Rukaya Abbas Hassan, NTA News.
Now, before we go, always remember the COVID-19 vaccine is free. Please avail yourself the opportunity to be vaccinated. It is the effective way of curtailing the spread of the virus. That wraps the news at 1 p.m. I am Aisha Oba Ali. Good afternoon.